All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is Sports Dom coming back with another video, and this is my Buffalo Sabres at Minnesota Wild Game 49 recap. So the Buffalo Sabres fall in a shootout, 3-2 to the Minnesota Wild, but they get a point out of it. They took 7 out of 8 points on this 4-game road trip, which is very good. They are 1 point out of a wild card playoff spot. Uh, They they fall to 26-19-4, and their next game is against the Carolina Hurricanes, who are 31-9-8. So that's going to be a very, very, very tough game. A team that the Buffalo Sabres haven't had much recent success against in this rebuild. So, uh, but I think they'll beat them. They're going home. They're coming off of an overtime loss. So let's recap this. And guys, I'm happy taking 7 out of 8 points. You know, I wanted to sweep the road trip, but to go 3-0-1 on the road trip is pretty good. Pretty good. And they beat, some good teams. They beat the Dallas Stars. They beat the St. Louis Blues. They beat the Winnipeg Jets. So uh, and they lost in the shootout to Minnesota. So I'll take that. Okay, the recap. Here we go. Goals: Buffalo 2, Minnesota 3. Shots: Buffalo 31, Minnesota 35. Block shots: Buffalo 11, Minnesota 15. Hits: Buffalo 5, Minnesota 24. So the Sabres weren't hitting last night. Uh, Face-offs: Buffalo 27, Minnesota 30. Power plays: Buffalo was 0 for 1, Minnesota was 1 for 4. In the power play minutes, Buffalo 8, Minnesota 2. And the scoring: in the first period at 2:22, it was Buffalo's Jack Quinn, his 8th of the season unassisted, and it's 1-0 Buffalo. And then at 3:35, it was Minnesota's Joel Eriksson Ek, his 18th of the season on the power play, assisted by Kirill Kaprizov, his 32nd, and Mats Zuccarello, his 29th. And after one, it's a 1-1 hockey game. And then in the second period at 9:50, it was Buffalo's Zemgus Girgensons, his 5th of the season, assisted by Kyle Okposo, his 13th, and Peyton Krebs, his 7th. And it's a 2-1 Sabre lead. And then at 12:39, it was Minnesota's Jared Spurgeon, his 9th, assisted by Frederick Goudreau, his 11th, and Jake Middleton, his 6th. And after two, it's a 2-2 game. No scoring in the third, so it remains 2-2. No scoring in overtime, so it remains 2-2. And then in the shootout, in round one, it was Minnesota's Mats Zuccarello wrist shot scored. And then in round one, it was Buffalo's Tage Thompson slap shot scored. And then in round two, it was Minnesota's Kirill Kaprizov backhand shot scored. Round two, Buffalo's Jack Quinn wrist shot saved. And then in round three, it was Minnesota's Frederick Goudreau backhand shot scored. So Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen didn't do so well in the shootout, but he did very well in the game. The penalties in the first period at 3:24, it was Buffalo's Jacob Bryson, 2 minutes for high sticking. And then at 10:12, it was Minnesota's Connor Dewar, 2 minutes for high sticking. And then at 12:03, it was Buffalo's Rasmus Dahlin, 2 minutes for hooking. And at 16:24, it was Buffalo's Tage Thompson, 2 minutes for hooking. And then in the second period at 5:31, it was Buffalo's Alex Tuck, 2 minutes for tripping. So they did play good. They didn't play bad. But Minnesota in the shootout gets the win. They scored on all three of their shootout tries. So congratulations to the Minnesota Wild and their fans. We get the point. We're 1 point out of a wild card playoff spot. So, and we get 3 days off. So we get to rest before we take on the very, very tough Carolina Hurricanes. who, like I said, are 31-9-8. But I think we can beat them. We're going home. We'll be well rested. And Don Granato's got them playing some good hockey. We'll want to get the 2 points and remain in the playoff hunt. So, and we're beating good teams. And then we get 10 days off, and then we don't play again until February 11th, where we're home against the Calgary Flames. So, we get long break in between. So they shouldn't hang their heads over this loss. It was a shootout loss. They took it to the shootout. Buffalo had a goal that was disallowed just at the end of the second period. There would have been 3-2 Sabres, and that would have been the game winner. But they said the time ran out before the puck went in the net. He took the shot before the time ran out, but the puck didn't get into the net until the time ran out, so it's whatever. But it was a good game. They went 3-0-1 on this road trip. They didn't have any regulation losses in this road trip, so that's good. I'll take this point. I'll take the point. I said in a previous video I wanted either 6 or 7 out of the 8 points. We took 7 out of 8. I wanted 8 points, but they took 7 out of 8, and I'll take that for as young as they are. And the 26-19-4, I'll take that. But we got to get ready for the Carolina Hurricanes. Regroup after this. They get 3 days off now. They get today, tomorrow, and Tuesday before they play the Carolina Hurricanes, and then they get 10 days off there. So, and that game is on TNT, so I'll be able to watch that game against the Carolina Hurricanes. So, because they don't show many Sabres games, because I live in Indiana, so I don't get to watch them much. So, but now that it's on TNT, and I get TNT, so I'll be able to watch them. So again, congratulations to the Carolina Hurricanes, or to the Minnesota Wild. I'm sorry, Minnesota Wild and their fans. If there's any Carolina Hurricane fans out here that watch my videos, leave me a comment on what you think about this young up-and-coming Sabres team, or how you think the outcome is going to be when we play you guys on Wednesday. So, and Minnesota fans, drop a comment. Tell me what you thought of the game against the Buffalo Sabres, and how you feel that the Sabres, are we going to make the playoffs? We're 1 point out. I want to end this 11-year playoff drought, though. They're so close. They're so close. Don Granato, it has them so close to the playoffs. They can taste it, and Don Granato is a good coach. If they just miss the playoffs this year, I think they will make it next year, and they won't need a wild card spot next year, I don't think, because this team is only going to get better. And I do think they need to make a trade, maybe a couple trades, one for a defenseman, and one who can consistently score and put pucks in the net, and maybe trade either Eric Comrie or Craig Anderson for a solid backup goalie, someone who can back up Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen, because I think he should be the everyday starter. Like he has been. So, because he's coming into his own too. He's starting to be that goalie that we wanted him to be. So guys, comment in the comments section below on what you think. And as always, if you like my videos, like, subscribe, and hit that bell notification so you don't miss a video. And if there's any hockey fans out there that watch this video of any team in the league, drop a like. Tell me what you think of this up-and-coming Buffalo Sabres team. Are we going to make the playoffs? How you think their season's going so far, and let me know who your favorite team is. and we'll talk hockey. So, again, get ready for the Carolina Hurricanes on Wednesday, and then the long break after that, the 10-day rest. Um, I don't like that long break because it could kill all of our momentum that we have. But I think Don Granato is going to keep these guys practicing every day and keep them ready for the Carolina Hurricanes. It's going to be a tough game, but we're at home in front of our crowd, and that KeyBank Center does get loud. So until then, guys, bring on the Carolina Hurricanes and go Sabres. And again, tell me who your team is in the comment section below. Go Sabres. Let's beat the Carolina Hurricanes and let's make the playoffs.